up, cleaning crew? Welcome back to another episode of this Fable Anniversary Edition. Now, when we last left off... Oh, good looking, my G. So when we last left off, I had went to the Necropolis. Now, when I went to the Necropolis, I had to obtain... And they dig riding hard out here. So when I went to the Necropolis, I had to get 4 tablets that had different expressions on them, right? Now, check this out, cleaning crew. I had already played through some of these, some of the game, and beat some of it. But check this out. One, and I blame you guys. I have forgot to plug up my mic. So, since I forgot to plug my mic up, just to see if I can get a breather. So, since I forgot to plug up my mic,
you won't be disappointed, sir.
My audio recording was kind of shitty. And then another thing, like I said in the last mission, I did all that work to get the glyphs, or rather, the tablets. And I didn't even ask the Oracle any questions. Now, I plan on doing this playthrough exactly how I did the last one. But if the Oracle kind of influences my decisions, I'll let you guys know. But I plan on talking to the Oracle. So that's Scythe right up there. And we're going to go ahead and holler at him right quick so we can get this cutscene. So let's holler at Scythe. Got Arizona.
Uncovered the glyphs. Very good. It is time we awoke the Oracle from its deathless slumber.
I ain't asked the Oracle shit last time.
Great Oracle, grant us the knowledge we seek. What evil rises in this land?
That's me.
Cheated death once more. Never have we encountered a being like him. I do not envy you. Bronze Gate has long been a symbol of doom in this land. Return to Briarrose and the shrine. Perhaps she can tell you how to use Jack's soul mask. I must return to the guild. May fate smile on you.
Alright guys, don't mind the shirt. The shirt's green, so it's kind of messing with my green screen. Okay, so Jack Ablaze is somehow not dead. You remember in the finale, I cut this guy down, but I had the mask. Somehow, Jack Ablaze is coming back. I think it has something to do with the mask. So, is it safe to say that it's not a different person that dons the mask, but it's just the same person? And maybe Jack is just somehow able to reanimate himself through the mask? Would it make sense to destroy the mask? I don't know. But, anyway, I had kind of went through this part a bit. So basically, while Jack is coming back, I guess I have to somehow find a way to meet him somewhere and fight him beyond this bronze gate they're speaking of. Now, I didn't get that far, but I did get to the part where you have to find the souls needed in order to do this. And the interesting part about this is that it looks like you have options when it comes to gathering the souls. Now, I did plan on doing it the same way I did it the first time, but if you guys like, I mean, hell, we don't have a lot of subscribers right now. If I can get just 1 like on this video, I'll do an alternate video of doing it the opposite way. But anyway, it says to interact with the Oracle, use one of the floor glyph expressions in the center of the podium.
You've received a new quest card.
Now, I didn't talk to this thing last time. So if I stand in the podium, expressions, alignment. So the expressions are Euron, Morik, Cowrin, and Avisto. Let's try Euron. Okay, I didn't do something right. Do I have to get up on it? Okay, you know what? There's a woman up here. Maybe I have to come up here with her to give it a shot. So let me talk to her.
Have you heard? The Oracle is awake. I knew it wasn't a legend.
Okay, so we had a believer.
I only wish I knew the expressions needed to question it. But wait, aren't you the one who found the glyphs?
They're not that complex, actually. Somebody probably could have did them by accident.
What are you waiting for? Use your expressions and ask it a question.
That's crazy. They want me to ask a question, but my guy doesn't talk much. Okay, so is this the center pedestal? Let's try again. Euron.
It's been so long since I told anyone about...
Oh shit, it's talking. About what? Is that YMCA? Okay, Lionhead Studios. Good studio. Is Lionhead still open, by the way? Are they still around?
Teresa.
Okay, I didn't talk to him last time. You know my sister?
After walking out of the Chamber of Fate, Teresa fled to the mountains, climbing alone to their summit. She was taken in by Palgan, an old will user from the lands to the east.
Haugen?
Palgan had been meditating in the thin air close to the clouds, but he offered to take her with him on return to his homeland.
So Sis hanging with some fly guy named Haugen. So this is recent?
One night, Teresa awoke to find him performing a ritual above her in an attempt to steal her prophetic powers.
Ah, Haugen.
She killed him and used the amulet that had transported him halfway across the globe.
So is this recent events? Where's Sis now? So what would have happened if I would have killed her?
She lives in the east now, haunted by her past only in rare nightmares.
She lives in the east, but where's the east exactly? So I'm going to use all these expressions, but I don't think he has like anything that'll dictate the choices that I'm going to make. So let's try Morik.
The sign of Morik. I shall reveal to you the legends legends of this world.
The legends? I'm obviously a recent addition.
Why don't I share with you my knowledge
Of who or what?
of demon doors?
Okay.
The life of a rock endowed with consciousness is never easy. But we all have a single purpose for which we were created.
Right.
Mine is to collect stories, to be a keeper of ancient secrets past, and foreteller of terrible events future. That of demon doors is to safeguard the riches that lie behind them, and to invent games and riddles to test those who seek them.
So they make their own stuff up. Believable. Okay. I wonder if I ask these questions again, will they be different? Tearing these bugles up. Okay, let's try cowering.
The sign of Kalran. You seek the lore of beasts and fiends.
I think it might be different each time, because I feel like this might be kind of like, you know, expanding, because I feel like he's going to pick a creature and talk about it, but I feel like if I pick this option again, he'll talk about a different creature.
Perhaps you would like to hear the story of Balverines.
Okay.
The first Balverine was born of the might of a creature far more terrible, the Balvorn, who dwelt upon this world when gods and demons were still the primary force.
Balvorn.
When men first started to walk amongst them, the Balvorn would feast on the flesh of thousands at a time. Only once did a human survive such an attack. He became the first Balverine, and his curse has survived to this day.
Damn. So he got jumped on and survived and took the shit back. Okay, this last one. YMCA. A Visto.
Ah, yes. The sign of a Visto. The history of the land is yours to hear. Why don't I share with you my knowledge of
How about Oakville? That's my hometown.
the Archon?
Okay. I don't know shit about the Archon.
This age understands nothing of the old kingdom. Archon is a name that has passed down many generations, a lineage of powerful kings united by a unique bloodline. And by possession of the Sword of Aeons, when Jack found it, it was a ghost of the weapon it once was. And the name of Archon has become so detached from the realities of those kings that it is meaningless among the modern men. But the first Archon still casts his shadow in this world, a world that would not even exist had he not wrested it from the gods it belonged to before the Age of Man.
But the first Archon still cast his shadow in this world. Interesting, because Scythe does look old as fuck. He almost looks like a mummy. How old is Scythe? see something.
I shall tell you about the Guild Master.
Oh, so it just kind of switches it up, basically.
He may be known for his calm poise, as a stern authority rather than an adventurer, but this was not always so. In his youth, he went by the name of Weaver. He was part of a cluster of heroes, maids among them, who rebelled against the previous guild regime and its resolution of offering only virtuous quests. Much blood was spilled in this short revolt in the name of freedom, leaving the number of heroes, already rare in a world of diminishing will presence, at its lowest for centuries. It was Scythe who proposed Weaver as the new Guildmaster, seeing in him the serene and impartial man he would become.
So Scythe just has good intuition or some foreshadowing powers. Who are you, Scythe?
Someone who would leave the moral destiny of all future acolytes in their own hands.
So good or evil? Like I once asked, what is a hero really? Okay, we're gonna start the mission, but I want to hear a few more of these. I'm gonna get with you guys in a minute.
You can learn a lot from the Oracle. It knows.
It's been so long since I told anyone about thunder. Many years ago, a ship from the South Islands was carried upon a wave mightier than any dragon, and within the ship stood the mountain-like frame of thunder. It was a storm as none aboard had ever seen, but the great warrior was concerned with one thing only: quelling the cries of a child, his young sister, Whisper. The wave bore the vessel across vast expanses of ocean and into a nest of krakens. Thunder cast down lightning upon them, and gathering Whisper in his arms, dove into the waters. As he swam, they heard the screams of dying men and the sounds of timber torn apart behind them. It was 2 days before they reached the shores of Albion, leaving their home as far off as a dream. Let's see. Let's discuss Briar Rose. Born into a noble family, Briar's early childhood was one of luxury and plenty. But once her strength and unique abilities began to manifest themselves, her world fell apart.
How so?
Her mother died in an accident Briar could do little to prevent. Yet her grieving father cast her out, and she was left to fend for herself, learning to rely on no one. She has made the guild her home, and it is in its books that she has found the companionship she has never asked for from another living being. It was her burning quest for knowledge
was had to do some gangster shit to save his sister. And Briar Rose had it kind of rough later on. Tell me more. I just honestly like knowing the lore of stuff.
I shall tell you about Scythe. There is little I can tell you of Scythe's origins, for such knowledge is a mystery even to me.
So who the fuck is Scythe? You're the Oracle. Oracle's supposed to know. Well, not all. It can be kind of hit or miss or in the ballpark. But damn.
He is much more ancient than any of this time would believe possible, and has walked this world since long before the guild existed.
Much more ancient than any of this time would believe possible. I feel like Scythe is that guy he spoke of earlier.
It has been centuries since he's been personally involved in any action, but of those among us, only Jack of Blades has seen and done more. Let's see. Let's discuss Maze.
Ah, Maze.
You and Maze had more in common than you ever realized. He too was left alone in the world after a wave of violence took his home away.
Away.
As a child, he watched his parents torn apart by Wolverines as they walked through the woods.
Sheesh.
The beasts were about to turn on him when 3 warriors crashed into the clearing. 2 of them were guild heroes. The third was Jack of Blades.
Interesting. Didn't know how his folks died per se. And 2 guild heroes and the third was Jack of Blades. So what happened next?
In an instant, Jack slew the Wolverines in a show of strength, then killed the heroes.
Okay.
Maze carried this debt all his life. It burdened his every action, and in the end, destroyed him.
Wow.
Why don't I share with you my knowledge of
What you know about me?
the archaeologist?
Okay. Good one.
The one who called himself the archaeologist was one of the few with a true academic interest in the Old Kingdom. But he was also a mine of disinformation, gathered from unreliable and sometimes contradicting sources, and he was too cowardly to delve far enough into the mysteries of that age.
He's a foudy! A big fat foudy!
After his kidnapping by minions, he fled to the cities of the West, disguised as a glove trader.
Wow. Fraud.
He hasn't opened a book or stepped near a ruin since.
Damn.
You can learn a lot from...
city of ghosts and relics. It was once as thriving as any town, and its people as peaceful and content as any other. Yet, there was one among them who was not so satisfied with this life, and bargained the fate of his city in exchange for wealth and power with entities too powerful to comprehend.
I know exactly who they're talking about. At least I think I do. Are they gonna drop the name?
The very next day, the riches he had desired were his, but he wasn't able to enjoy them for long.
Okay, maybe not.
A vast force from beyond this world swept the city and wrought utter devastation so swiftly that the dead didn't realize they were no longer among the living. Some still wander the streets, shadows of their former selves, forever condemned by the avarice of one man.
Name drop so we can confirm.
It's been so long since I told anyone about the ship of the drowned. When the old kingdom constructed the Hook Coast Lighthouse, they did so to house a magical item known as the Fire Heart.
Okay.
The beating of its powerful pulse summoned a ship from the depths of time, sunken for millennia with a crew of whispers. This ship could carry the traveler to any part of the world, no matter how remote or inaccessible.
Can the ship still do that?
But it would take a steely soul to withstand the desperate solitude of the journey.
Hey. I got PTSD.
Perhaps you would like to hear the story of the Singing Sword. One of Albion's oldest fables is the tale of a sword whose enormous powers were matched only by the perfect pitch voice with which it would sing battle songs. But in some versions of the myth, it was its dreadful lack of tune that would defeat whole armies. This has led some scholars to believe that the tale has its roots in Temmins, the worst bard ever to exist. He, who once killed an old hero by regaling him with a monstrously bad melody. Unfortunately, it is only a fable, and such a sword has never existed.
Okay, he's just confirming.
I know some interesting things about the gods, Scorn and Avo.
Okay, interesting topic.
Though many worship these so-called gods, the temples to Scorn and Avo can only be dated as far back as 400 years ago, when they were founded by a ruthless trader. He uncovered 2 locations in Albion where the will was particularly strong.
station. Okay, he's spilling tea today.
I shall tell you about Demon Dawn, the life of a Romine that it's been so long since I told anyone about Krakens.
Okay, I killed one. Y'all remember.
If Krakens had existed on land as the first trolls did, or in the air as the greatest dragons did, they would be as rare as most other creatures from the age before man. But they dwell in the deep, unexplored mysteries of the sea, and there they have survived since their creation in the War of the Gods.
Wow, so they probably got like a nest.
There is much in the vast depths of the ocean that is unknown to the people of Albion, and its people should pray it stays that way.
That's like our world now. Before it's covered in water and no telling what's in the water. Nice and sweet.
Let's see. Let's discuss the sand goose.
What the hell is that?
Many strange creatures have walked upon this world since its birth. Yet, the historians who found some of their remains are responsible for one which never existed. The fabled sand goose.
Go on.
Joining the remains of various beasts, they hypothesized that this flightless bird was the size of a house, lived primarily in deserts, and was able to speak a variety of languages. There are those who still believe in its existence, but their search has proved fruitless so far. I know some interesting things about screamers.
Okay, I fought screamers in Hood Coast.
These unfortunate beings were once men, will users who dared to oppose Jack of Blades.
Okay, so that's probably Maze's fate if he opposed him. Damn.
They were cursed, never to find rest, except by torturing the souls of the dead and feeding on the life force of the living. But their true nature is only hinted at in our reality. Their true power is in the realm of death, where souls must pass before reaching their place of torment or peace. Every person who dies in this world must escape their screams before finding their own rest.
I'm ready. Come on, dude, ready.
Let's see. Let's discuss summoners.
Okay, we just fought those at Hood Coast again.
Unseen for almost as long as the old kingdom has been gone, these creatures were once the scourge of Albion.
Ain't that bad.
A will user called Havoc, cast out by the Archon for his use of dangerous dark magics, created these colossal beings by reanimating the dead bodies of fallen warriors.
Okay, so there. Reanimate the soldiers.
People throughout the kingdom learned to fear Havoc, and though it was the magician himself who was the summoner, his creations soon earned that title through their ability to appear out of nothing as they brought forth total devastation.
Damn, Halleck.
Perhaps you would like to hear the
harshest place possible. Okay, for this one?
A whole community grew to serve their needs, and in time, the kingdom built a lighthouse that would guide ships from its ports to the unexplored lands in the northern wastes.
Okay, so I guess maybe there was some back and forth between Hood Coast and the Northern Wastes. Gotta pick a better name, because Waste doesn't sound too inviting.
When the old kingdom fell, it was in a wave of devastation that affected every town and city in its borders. A handful of the monks who still inhabited the abbey knelt along the coast and used their willpower to protect this port and its people.
That's gangster.
You can still see the swirls of magic that mark the place they fell. Hook Coast was cut off from the rest of the world, but thanks to them, it stood intact.
That's gangster.
You can learn a lot from...
I know some interesting things about Jack of Blades.
Do tell.
The mask you carry is empty, but Jack has used it for longer than you can comprehend. He is no hero. He is not even a man.
Fuck is he?
When the world was a blur of fire and demons, when its soil had felt not the tread of humans and was filled with creatures only your worst nightmares could begin to suggest, even then was Jack old.
Older than Scythe?
What you killed in the Chamber of Fate was just the latest vessel he had inhabited.
So can he die permanently?
Take good care of the soul mask now. Without it, you have no hope of stopping his new incarnation. It's been so long since I told anyone about Nostro. Among the oldest heroes still bound to this world is Nostro, the founder of the guild. He was a tireless warrior who felt at ease only with a moving blade in his hand and the blood of enemies raining down upon his armor.
Savage with it.
But he did not die the death he craved, for he was poisoned by an assassin, leaving his soul languishing unfulfilled in this earthly realm.
So he's still here because it's almost like Jade Empire. If you guys seen my first playthrough, that Jade Empire, if not, go check it out. But like they said, a lot of the souls don't leave because they had an event in life that they just didn't solve. So that's what still ties them to this world.
You return the battle attire that was stolen from his grave, but he still seeks an honorable end before he can be truly at peace. Why don't I share with you my knowledge of the Oracle?
Okay, it's a little conceited, but okay.
I was created by order of the third Archon, not just to prepare the kingdom for future disasters, but to act as a keeper of all past and present knowledge. 4 will users with visionary powers were charged with the task. Calran, Mephisto, Euron, and Morik.
Okay, so the tablets are named after the will task.
Each carved a glyph of inquiry into stone, with the symbols that would allow their user to question me.
YMCA though.
After the fall of the kingdom, thousands of years later, Snowspire found itself under imminent attack from invading forces. The guild sent 4 acolytes to bury the glyphs in the Necropolis, where they remained until you found them.
That's probably it.
You can learn a lot.
I know some interesting things about the prophets of the Fireheart.
Okay, interesting group of guys.
When the old kingdom was on the verge of collapse, I wasn't the only thing to be silenced and protected. The Fireheart used to call forth the ship of the drowned and to project the Archon's powers across vast distances was sealed behind the primal demon door, the first ever created. Charged with guarding it were the 5 prophets who had predicted the kingdom's imminent destruction.
Was it just a guess? Was it really a prediction?
They were encased in glass cages that both protected them from the beating of the heart and kept them alive until such time as they were released from their duty, or died fulfilling it.
I did have the option.
Let's see. Let's discuss Snowspire. The town of Snowspire was once but one of many thriving cities in the northern wastes, and its lost bay served as the furthest port in all of the old kingdom. Its warriors, steeled by the harshest winters known to man, were among the fiercest the Archon had at his disposal, and it was to them that he entrusted the protection of the Oracle. But when the kingdom fell, Snowspire and all that surrounded it was beset by invading hordes. The Cullis gates were silenced, and the people of the north were cut off from all living beings beyond the icy seas of its coast.
Damn, how people been surviving out here.
You can learn a
I shall tell you about the Archon. This age understands nothing of the old empire, possession of the sword and the name but the first.
Alright guys, I believe I asked the Oracle everything. So the Oracle has some interesting information to give me. If you listen closely and really think about it, maybe some of your answers could kind of sort of be persuaded by what the Oracle was saying, but we're just going to go ahead and do our own thing like we did last time. And like I said, if I can at least get 1 like on this video, then we'll go ahead, we'll do the other path. I have a separate save file. Let's go ahead and get the mission started.
Glad you're still with us. These inscriptions are fascinating, you know. Everything indicates that Jack's new form will emerge from behind the bronze gate, and this structure is the key to opening it. But it looks like it'll take the souls of 3 heroes to activate the mechanism. These things are never simple, are they? It doesn't want just any heroes either. The first instruction calls for the King of the Arena, no less. I suppose you could chop your own head off, but then there'd be no one for me to order around, would there? Why don't you pay Thunder a visit? He knows the arena inside and out. I've checked with the guild, and they say he's in Knothole Glade. You've still got Jack's mask, haven't you? Good. You'll need it to trap the souls. I still can't believe he might not be dead. Anyway, I better start researching the second inscription.
You do that.
Yes, little hero, I'm back. And our business is not quite finished. You destroyed my sword, remember?
I do.
Have you any idea how many centuries I spent looking for it?
Kind of hard to take him seriously.
But its work is done. Soon I will have power beyond your imagining, and you will be the first to die.
I don't know, he sounds less threatening than when he was alive. So, we're gonna run up on Thunder in Knotho Glade and try to get some information on how we can obtain the first soul for the mask. So, see you guys in Knotho Glade.
Now look, I won't tell you again. We don't need a hero. For the first time in years, we aren't being attacked, sieged, or kidnapped by anything. Now leave us alone.
Shut the door on you. Such a bomb.
You? Briar Rose said you would come.
Well, big as you now.
I will tell you what I know. If it will get you out of my sight. We were both once called kings of the arena. But there have been many heroes in the past who have claimed that name. You should search in the bloody dust of the arena itself. They say the souls of past champions haunt it, resting in the place of their greatest achievement. Now go, unless you're here to take my soul, just as you took my sister.
Why go all the way to the arena? You have a perfectly good soul right in front of you. And you've already killed his sister.
That's it. Okay, so there is kind of an alignment thing in this. As you're going to collect the souls, you can either do the quote-unquote evil thing, or you can do the quote-unquote right thing, and I'm sure there's also the path in the middle. Now, as you guys recall, I already don't fuck with Thunder. I killed his sister, our sister, aka Whisper, and homeboy wanted my wife, who I'm not even sure is married to me. They really shut the gate. Now, I feel like killing him will put him out of his misery, because the old boy is clearly washed up. I mean, he's begging just to do anything at this point. So we're going to go ahead and get ourselves ready. Throw that shield on. Now, I didn't think this spell hurts him, but we're going to hit him with it just to let him know that, hey, I want the smoke. Sorry. Now you see all them red dots? They are mad as hell. They are swarming. Now I forgot. Look at that. Now I forgot, I guess because of his strength, this spell doesn't work on Thunder. So I'm gonna have to bop his ass with something else if I want him to know that I mean business. So just gonna give him a tap. Let him know that I want the smoke.
I expected no less. Let's finish this.
I wanted to finish this when we was in the cave, homeboy. This ain't even about just really wanting your soul. It's just because I don't even fuck with you.
Get him up, let him get up, let him get up, let him get up.
That's what this was about.
Fight back,
This is straight up dislike.
Fight back!
Bloodthirsty.
It was time to put the old dog out of his misery. He ain't even put up a fight. Okay, so Killing Thunder quest completed.
Do you have that arena soul? Come back to the shrine and we'll see if it works.
Back up off me. Back up up. Back up. Ooh. Bruh, man. I think I'm fucking with. Get out of here if I fuck around and kill you boys.
I hope this thing works. You need to release the soul from the mask and, well, your guess is as good as mine.
Alrighty, let's put the soul in.
Was that Thunder's soul? That's not exactly what I had in mind when I sent you to him.
Hey.
Anyway, we figured out the second inscription. It says, the heroine. I can't think of anyone who fits the description better than Scarlet Robe, your mother.
Mom's dead already.
There's always me, of course, but as you can see, I'm still alive. And I plan to stay that way.
That's what the Oracle said.
We'll have to pay her tomb in Oakvale another visit. I know this won't be easy, but Scarlet was always one to make sacrifices, remember?
I remember. But I wonder, can I knock her back then?
Well, I'm rather fond of my soul. I'm not giving it up without a fight. Let's do this.
As you shouldn't. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and take Briar Rose out. Now this is the choices I did the first time around. A little disappearing act on me. And I slowed time down, so it's gonna take longer for her to pop back up or whatever the hell she's doing. Go ahead and take the will potion. So the best way to do this is just force push. Hit them all at one time. I'll figure it out.
You'll have to find me first.
She's a little tougher than
A coward's trick.
a little tougher than Thunder was. So I'll give her that at least.
I'm over here.
Speaking of thunder, this is lightning. Come on. Your weak ass force push. Call that a force push. Way better fight than Thunder did.
I should have known you'd turn on me in the
Playing
end.
games with you. She deserves to die.
Well, you should have known I wasn't shit. Oh, this girl's known betrayal. Oh, trust me, you about to die in here. That's Briar Rose.
Dear Briar Rose, always so trusting. It was a real pleasure watching her die. Her quest is complete. But how will you know what the last inscription says now? Ah, the oldest soul. Wow, the Guildmaster would be a perfect choice, don't you think? Oh, I'm going to enjoy this.
Okay, so I think doing the quote-unquote evil missions is
Fortunate that you chose Bride of Death. I chose you to try one to find the soul. The bronze gate must not be left unattended.
Okay, so we got Scythe judging me a little on the guild seal. Let me see. So I guess I'm gonna go over to the Heroes Guild. So like I was saying before, Scythe kind of interrupted my train of thought. Doing the evil mission seems to be the easier way, as opposed to if you do the, which I haven't done them, but I'm just assuming if you do the good ones, I'm assuming they're harder, or maybe the battle's harder, as opposed to, like I said, the quest that I'm doing now. But we're going to go ahead, we're going to go to the guild, and we're going to fight Weaver.
Oh, welcome back, sir. This place has been a mess since you left. People running around with bits of old paper, books flying everywhere.
All kind
And
of
the
shit.
guildmaster's only gone and holed himself up in the guild woods. We're not supposed to let anyone near him.
We found it! The soul mentioned in the inscription. It must be Nostro. His soul has been trapped in the Litchfield graveyard for centuries. Our text suggests it should be in the graveyard circle, you know, where you found the tunnel to Bargate Prison.
Catching souls? Never heard such nonsense.
Well, good luck, hero.
No need luck, young blood. So, if you talk to the Oracle, the Oracle also hints at Nostro's soul being old. Now, Nostro was a warrior who enjoyed battle, and like most warriors, Nostro wanted to go out battling. You know, he wanted an honorable death. Unfortunately, Nostro was poisoned, and that's just not the death, the satisfying death that a warrior wants. So, the other option, appreciate it, bud. So the other option, instead of killing the Guildmaster, you can go and fight Nostro and give him that honorable death. And that's probably looked upon as doing the right thing. Like I said, I didn't do any of the quote-unquote good missions. I just couldn't pass up the opportunity to kill Thunder. Briar Rose was right there, and you get to kill the Guildmaster. I mean, come on. Cannot pass those opportunities up.
Stop there, hero! Do not come any closer!
I mean, they got balls. You guys know what I'm capable of.
This is for your own right. That's it.
Hit him with that trident pattern. They got balls though, man. I give it to them. Don't know who I am. Ain't shit to me, man. I'm a savage. You're playing the music.
I still remember the night you were brought to us, my lad.
You're gonna tell us me a
I
lie.
knew even then what great potential you had,
Lying.
what great things you would accomplish.
You said I didn't look like a
Such
hero.
pity it has to end like this. Can't you see Jack is using you to destroy the guild? I can't allow you to do this. Gods!
You sound like a punk. What was that all about? Okay, so defeating the Guildmaster is actually pretty simple. If you kill all the guards, then it's pretty much over for the Guildmaster. Now the Guildmaster will keep healing everybody. I'll put my map back up. Yeah, see, and that's crazy because he doesn't even fight. He just constantly heals everybody. And like I said, if you can kill the guards, it's a wrap.
Master. Soon your health will be low. Very
When Maze betrayed me, I knew he was a coward. But you are the biggest disappointment of all. You have been given too much power, and it has corrupted you. But it isn't too late to turn back. Stop this now, and there is still hope for you, for all of us. Please, let me teleport you to the graveyard. Take Nostro's soul instead.
Is this what they call a riz? Okay, so I ain't gonna lie, when he did this the first time, this was hurting my heart, because it's like, damn, he actually breaking it down as opposed to me just killing him right quick. And they're actually making me like rethink my decision. And I actually accidentally pressed A the first time, and I was like, what am I in the graveyard? I had to slow down, I had to restart the whole mission and do it over again, so I gotta make sure I say no this time. I'm turning you down, old man.
Very well, hero. Do your worst. I am no defenseless old man. I have powers that you can't begin to...
Get your bitch ass down, nigga.
I like how you interrupt him. Let me shut your ass up.
The Guildmaster's death was an unnecessary sacrifice, but now you have the final soul. You must return to the shrine.
Alright, so I don't think Scythe was too happy with my decisions here today, but as he said, I have the final soul needed to continue on, so I guess I can fight Jack Ablaze. Like, this is as far as I got, like killing the Guildmaster. I don't think I have the Halo anymore. Yeah, I think the Halo and Butterflies are gone. Probably still considered good or decent enough. I just killed 3 heroes. But, yeah, that's what I did the first time. I let my sister go. I mean, hey, I did good. But like I said, I think I would have killed Thunder regardless. Like, even if I would have saved Briar Rose and the Guildmaster, I think Thunder still would have got it. But we're going to get ready to end this video here. Like I told you guys, if I can at least get 1 like, not asking for a lot, just 1 like on this video, I'll do the separate video after I beat it the way I have it now. But I'll do a separate video showing the nicer edition. Let's call it the nicer edition. So anyway, I appreciate the cleaning crew for stopping by and kicking it with me. I'm probably just going to chill for a second, go ahead and edit this video, then I'm probably going to go ahead and jump right back in it, because I'm excited to see the end, honestly, because they said this man just keeps taking different vessels in different forms, so what's going to happen? I hope it's nothing cliche where he takes like my form, or it's like one of those things like, oh, you have to fight yourself. That'd be kind of lame. I hope that doesn't happen. I hope he has some kind of monstrous form or just some kind of monstrosity, because from the way the Oracle was telling it, he was around when there was just really some gruesome things walking around. But anyway, guys, as always, I'm getting long-winded on these outros. I'll see the cleaning crew in a minute. Alright, guys. Peace.